Imagine sitting in a completely white room with nothing but the chair you're sitting on for hours. That's your brain scrolling through social media. People need to get off of social media and or use it less, and that's the argument I'm going to be making throughout this speech. The 5 areas I'm going to be talking about today are security issues, mental health issues, physical health issues, and social issues. Starting with security issues, I'm going to start with a story. I read TikTok privacy policy because I used it quite frequently a little while ago while writing this speech, and I quote, it states, browsing and searches history, including content you have viewed on the platform. This would mean that it also tracks browsing history and search history not in the app. It also states, and I quote, that it tracks IP addresses, user agent, mobile character, time, zone, settings, identifiers for advertising purposes, model of your device's system, network type, device IDs, your screen resolution and operating system, app and file names and types, keystroke patterns or rhythms, battery state, audio settings, and connected to audio devices. Every single one of those it tracks. And I would like to specifically point out app file names and types and keystrokes or rhythms. This means that the app files and types, it knows every single file on your phone, every app, everything, pictures, everything is saved. And the keystroke patterns or rhythms, every button you push on your phone, it tracks, such as passwords or texts. Moving on to why it is bad for your brain. Pictures and videos are things that you take in order to cherish and enjoy for the rest of your life. But nowadays, people are more focused on making sure the picture looks good, or you're getting the best angle, or everything's just right so that other people can see that you're living your best life instead of actually enjoying your life. This way, you living your life actually becomes on the sideline, and the picture taking and the fake life you're trying to show others that you're living becomes center stage. It also wastes time with an average of 2.5 hours people spend a day on social media. And it creates a vicious dopamine cycle with every like and comment you get makes you want to go back for it more and more. The mental effects of social media are Tweenage and Schaefer 2017 both found a 33% increase in the number of teens from 2010 to 2015 that felt useless, joyless, lonely, and had signs of depressive illness, positively correlated with the rise of smartphone ownership when schoolwork, unemployment, stressors were factored out. It also has a positive correlation between the amount of time spent on the internet and cyberbullying, specifically with social media platforms. Zoo found that out in 2014. Another thing is passive browsing on social media, such as scrolling through TikTok or Reels, specifically studied on Facebook, led to reports of negative self-image regardless of time spent online, which may show how social media consumers of social media are essential in creating positive self-identity, and Walsh said that in 2017. The physical effects of social media, which I was surprised to see that there were any. My sources state that research participants who use social media excessively were found to have higher levels of C-receptive proteins, which is a biological marker of chronic inflammation and predicts serious illnesses. such as diabetes, certain cancers, and cardiovascular diseases. In addition to elevated CPR levels, a result suggests higher social media use also related to somatic symptoms such as headaches, chest pains, and more frequent visits to the doctor. Social effects of social media are that you could go see this by going to any restaurant or walking down the street or seeing any other person in interacting in just day-to-day life usually is on their phone for the most time. And instead of joining the sea of people just staring at your smartphone at dinner, studies actually show that interacting with the people around you increases mood and relationships with the people around you. In conclusion, a brief summary of the main points we've been over today, and I hope I persuaded you about how social media affects your brain, security, mental and physical health, and how it has social effects as well. I strongly believe that people need to use social media less, if not get rid of it altogether. And to close my arguments, I have 3 challenges for you. My first challenge is to read through the privacy policy of one of your favorite social media sites and see what you find. It may surprise you. Second, I challenge you to take your spouse or friend out to dinner and tell them beforehand that neither of you are going to use your phone throughout the entirety of the meal and see how it goes. And finally, I challenge you to go 1 day without social media. It might be uncomfortable at first. You might not know what to do with your hands or what to do waiting in line at the grocery store, but you might see that it actually is more enjoyable than sitting there and being on your phone. And if you do like it, I challenge you to continue that trend. Thank you.